Hi, this is Cheryl. My hair's wet because I just colored my hair. I had to lighten it and then I colored it purple. I just went back into my apartment and it's a little bit messy, but that's okay. I can clean it later. I wanted to color my hair and I had to get some things, a pan and some cooking utensils and some basic stuff that I needed. And I have to do laundry, but I don't know, sometimes you can't just like be so worried about cleaning all the time and yet have fun too. Because I worked all day and I need to relax and have fun. And coloring my hair is fun. And it needed to be colored because my gray was showing really bad right there, so I had to get that done. So, I want to, I posted an earlier video on one of the cards I pulled, and it's Maya-Bhago, the Warrior Saint. And I put a Shine Down song to it because that came on, and it was a really good song. And I pulled some other cards, and this is for the Divine Feminine. Another card that I pulled was Maya Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. That's the card. Empathy is the most mysterious transaction that the human soul can have, and it's accessible to all of us. But we have to give ourselves to the opportunity to identify, to plunge ourselves into a story where we see the world from the bottom up or through another's eyes or heart. Empathy is mercy's twin sister. When we can feel into the reality of someone else's suffering, we open up to the possibility of mercy. Mercy comes from the old creation merc, which means exchange. Mercy is the embodiment of compassion. It can feel easy or even natural to have compassion for people who have never harmed us personally. But mercy is having compassion for someone who has. Mercy requires that we give something of ourselves, which is symbolized by Maya Shan giving her eyes and arms to the king. It can feel like a great sacrifice to be so giving towards someone who has given us nothing but suffering. Here's where the magic comes in. The law of the universe is merciful. The more we give, the more we receive. When the king realized that the profound act of mercy his daughter bestowed on him, Maya Shan transformed into her true manifestation as a 1,000-armed Kuan Yin. Maya Shan is a reminder that giving is the true receiving. When we refuse to release our anger towards someone, we're blocking the flow of the universe within us. We are not harming the person who harmed us by remaining angry. We're keeping ourselves from receiving the love and light that is already ours. Who can I give mercy to in this moment? Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. And I've not had an easy life. I most times just get by, but it's the most important to be happy. Money isn't everything. I know you have to have money to live, but you have to live too and enjoy life. And I've gone through a lot, and I just want to live and be happy and do things that I enjoy. And Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there's light, and I am that light. She's described as being of the world within the world, as a bright radiance at the center of everything. All life on earth, all consciousness is part of her light and therefore sacred. The metaphysical theory of immanence that the divine presence is manifested in the material world. So there isn't actually any matter, whether organic or inorganic, that isn't also a part of the divine. Shekinah is light that inhabits your body, your cells, and the cells of all people and objects you see around you. She is also about pure experience. She is the message, the truth that there is light at the center of everything that happens to us, both good and bad. And it's important to always look for the light. It's a reminder that we are not just this body or this pain we might be going through or this confusing moment in our brief life. We are light. We're molecules of heaven in human form, and right now we can just know this. We can experience the light we are, and that can be enough. That can be the miracle and the answer we actually need. Not words or meaning, but simply and more profoundly, pure, radiant being. Enter the heart and repeat this mantra. I am light. See what images or words arise. At the center of everything, there's light, and I am that light. And Lilith. The first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. She embodies our sovereignty to declare our desires and do what must be done in order to live them out. According to Jewish folklore, Lilith was Adam's first wife. She was created from the same earth as Adam, so when he expected her to be subservient to him, she refused. Lilith explained to Adam that they were equal, made by God. So when Adam insisted again on her submission, Lilith uttered the divine names and flew away. Supposedly, Adam sent angels after her to force her to return, but she was with the archangel Samael, and she desired to remain with him. Some stories portray Lilith as a demon, but Lilith is a wise, empowered woman. She embodies the emotional and spiritual aspects of our unconscious and unrealized desires, sensuality, and unbridled sexuality. She owns her body and soul completely. For many women, Lilith is an icon of freedom. Lilith is the first woman. She is a woman who refused to be dominated or defined by anyone or anything outside of her. I like that. Lilith asks, what would happen if you left everything behind? She wonders what prevents you from getting to experience all that you desire. Is it you? Is it an idea of someone you have to be? Is it society's definition of what it means to be a woman? Lilith asks the questions that sometimes never fully reach the light of consciousness. Lilith is unclaimed. She is a ruler of her body and soul, and she reminds us that we are too. Not only that, we have a sacred obligation to be the body's fierce protector. If I were entirely equal to everyone else, every man and every angel like Samael, what would I choose for my life? If I see myself as worthy, as the first woman ever created by the divine, what more could I ask for? Am I living the life I desire? Am I actually fulfilled sexually in my current relationship? Are there aspects of my sexuality I haven't been able to face and voice? Lilith refused to settle. She answered all those questions within her and took action on the truth she uncovered. Lilith demanded that she meet with what she really desired, and she's here to demand that we all do the same. What does a life I truly desire look like? I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. And Adrienne, the mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. She represents the love and support available to us when we dare to be courageous. She is known as being both the Greek goddess and human daughter of Minos, king of Crete. Her father put her in charge of the labyrinth, where 7 human sacrifices were made every 7 years to appease the Minotaur who lived within it. He had the head of a bull and the body of a man. He preyed on those who got lost in the dark. She's a symbol of hope, the divine assistance, and the step-by-step process we can take to move through a difficult time or to confront an injustice in our life. She helps Theseus because he's daring to end a pattern of madness. He's willing to do whatever needs to be done to stop the injustice. She gives him the tools to create his desired outcome. He is successful because of her, and she assists him because he acts with courage. Her message is that our courage is always in some way rewarded. When we seek to end an unnecessary pattern or routine that is no longer serving us, even though we initially created it in an effort to keep us safe, it can feel as insurmountable as facing a horned part man, part beast that lives in a dark maze inside us. Pure terror, but the soul always wants our freedom. The divine is what liberates, not confines. It might feel like we can't find our way out of the situation, this maze, but we can. We can trust that the soul knows the way through and that spiritual support is given. Adrienne wants us to be brave so she can fall in love with our actions. She's both a goddess and a human. She gets our fear, but she also knows just how much power we hold as well. What allows me to feel supported while doing the inner work? My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. So that is the message for the Divine Feminine. And I'm going to pull one of these cards, the Wisdom of the House of the Night, to go along with this. One card, the Warrior. Card number 2. My beloved child, when the Warrior appears to you, it's such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you in your life, you are truly protected. Whatever you're experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on, for I will send you someone with a true warrior spirit instead. Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. There is another message here to consider. Do you embody these qualities in yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path. And that is the message for the Divine Feminine. And so I hope you enjoyed this reading. And thank you so much. And I need to dry my hair because I was letting it air dry a little bit, so it'd be curly. And I'll see how it turns out. But it's purple, so I was thinking about doing pink. But I was reading reviews and the pinks don't turn out as good. I use Pravana. And so it should be really purple, I hope. But I had to do it because my roots were showing through and you could see my gray hair and I can't go around like that. So, okay, thank you.